Hey guys, it's Josh Hunter with St. Vrain Realty, and I am here with
Andrea
Lenzer, one of our broker associates here. And we wanted to do just a quick video installation as part of the videos we've been putting out on our kind of top 5 staging tips for sellers and properties on the market to help your home sell a little quicker, hopefully get a little bit more money out of the deal for you. And Andrea, we wanted her to sit in with this one. She has in the past, how long ago was this?
a couple years ago.
A couple years ago, won an HGTV design contest, passionate about design, home staging, has great recommendations for people when she goes through people's houses, and that's actually something at St. Vrain Realty we have now, is part of our, I guess, value add or part of our seller service is that we will go ahead and either bring in a professional staging company if we need for a consultation, or we will have us come in, Andrea primarily, not us, come in for a kind of a consultation as well to kind of give some basics on how we can make your home kind of present to the market a little bit better. So we're going to go right in, try to make this quick for you, and just talk about kind of the top five things that we see that improve homes via staging. So I'll let you take it off on the first couple.
Well, and I want to add too, and National Association of Realtors did a study in 2017, and they found that houses that are staged sold for 5% over asking. So
absolutely,
it's a known thing, and so we're super passionate about it here. And
we can't always guarantee, there's not a set, percentage that it always increases, but there is a really good average out there.
Yep. So number one, I would say that everybody's going to tell you depersonalize and de-decorate. So those pictures on the wall of your kids, your teddy bear collection, all of those things that you're passionate about need to come down.
What if I have pictures of my little kids from birth all the way up until graduation going up the stairs?
So you know what I would say is you're going to have to pack those anyways.
Okay.
So you might as well get like a head start and get those all packed up, because a buyer cannot imagine being in your home with all your kids' pictures on the wall.
We're proud of your kids too, but it is nice sometimes to just take some of that out there and remember that we're going to be showing this property to other walks of life, other people that may not have kids, people that may have kids that are graduated or out of the house, people that may not want kids. So definitely.
And so in the de-decorating piece, I'd say pare it down to maybe half of what you have. Pack that stuff up because you're going to do it anyways. Make it really simple, clean lines, light and airy.
Would this fall into if I have my curio cabinet full of all my little knickknacks that I just love and I've been collecting my whole life, and I'm really proud of my collection? Should I keep that out, or what should I do with those?
You need to pack that up as well.
Okay.
We'll do a couple little pieces in that cabinet and make it simple and clean.
Well, perfect. The next one is going to be use of space. Really setting the intention of the use in space and using spaces as they're intended to. We have no problem that you love that your home office is in your eat-in kitchen, and it's very easy because everything's there. You have all your papers there. You can put your computer right there in the corner, and it's great. It works really well for you. However, again, we're going to now be bringing potential buyers through your property, and it's very important that you use spaces kind of as they're intended to. So it's okay, we don't want to disrupt your lifestyle if you're still going to be in your home, but there are some things we can do to kind of clean that up and maybe kind of put some things into buckets so they can be hidden a little bit during showings. Or if you're open to some change, let's change and maybe move some things around. If you have a bedroom that only has a couple extra things in there and it's a spare bedroom, maybe we could move some of your office stuff in there for now. Spare bedrooms are also great. Keep them as spare bedrooms. If we have an extra, even so much as a blow-up mattress, and we can just find a really cheap comforter, let's kind of showcase the places as they're intended. I mean, I've over the years been into several homes where it looks like the kids' play area is the living room, the kitchen is the office, the bedroom looks like it's the living room, and it's just, and that's great. Again, we're not disrupting your lifestyle. We just want to kind of even things out so that when we are bringing people through, they're like, oh, this dining room, I can envision myself having my dining room here.
Well, I think buyers, I can't tell you how many times I've gone in dentist showing and a buyer is seeing that and they don't understand how their furniture could fit.
Yeah, exactly.
And so another good tip would be bring that furniture away from the wall and have it floating, because that makes the room seem a lot bigger.
Great idea. Yep, great idea.
So
Well, the next big one, and this is a big one in any situation, is clean. Again, when we go into homes, I ask people if I can be brutally honest with them, because that's my job. And no matter how clean you keep your home, there is always somebody that is going to beg to differ with that. And I don't go in being the judge of that. I've got a bunch of little kids at home too, so I completely understand. But one thing that we really, really try to stress is to either bring in a professional cleaner to get all the little nooks and crannies, the places that you often may overlook or may not, you may not notice it anymore. Dog hair is a big one. I have dogs that shed, and so I'm used to seeing dog hair on the floor, and people that come over that don't have dogs obviously notice the dog hair. So cleaning is a big, big thing. I think you mentioned, what was your thing, little black dress clean?
Yes, so make it simple and clean, like that little black dress. Simple, clean, dress it up, dress it down. It's pretty basic.
And you'd be surprised how, if you don't have a normal house cleaner, you'd be surprised how inexpensive cleaning can be, and really how much that's going to help your feedback on your listings. One of the bigger things that we get on, when we get feedback on your home from other agents that have shown it, is if it's not clean, we hear about it. Bathrooms, kitchens, it's like, again, those little nooks and crannies, the corners, things like that are pretty important, and people do look at that. One of the biggest ones I'll say is the front entry. When we walk up to the door, do you have a dusty, kind of faded front door with cobwebs everywhere and a bunch of cobwebs in the light fixture, etc. It's just all those little things that you may not have a problem with and just get overlooked in day-to-day life. Those are the little things that we want somebody to come over and look. Inside of the can lights outside, a lot of times those will get cobwebs and stuff inside, and people do notice that as they're walking up. So definitely cleaning is our kind of big number 3.
Well, I'll say smells goes along with that. If it's clean, I think a lot of those smells that you're used to will go away. And that's a big thing for buyers when they first walk in, is the smell that hits them. And pets are a big one.
Absolutely. Yep.
So cleaning will definitely help with that.
Going into number 4, repairs.
Repairs. I would say, the switch covers that you have on the wall that are all cracked. If you've got a hole in a wall, that's a big one. Maybe you've lived with it, but that's definitely something that's going to draw a buyer's eye.
Again, it's the little small details. It's kind of the, hey, we finished off this bedroom, didn't quite get the trim done. The trim's up, but there's some gaps in the corner. We haven't painted it yet. It's those little tiny details. Again, like the cleaning. You have just, over the years, it's just become the norm, and something, we'll get to it one day, kind of the honeydew list on there. This is the time that we want to do the honeydew list, because we don't want to have the honeydew list automatically start with the new buyers coming in going, not only do I need to change this, looks like I also need to finish this project. So just kind of button things up a little bit.
Absolutely, and I'd say paint as well.
Yep.
Although we like to personalize our home, I'd say in the main living areas, if you've got a maroon wall or blue, because that's what you love, that those, it would really help turning those back to neutral. I mean, bedrooms are a different story, and that's extra credit, but I would say definitely turn all your walls in your living room back to their neutral color.
I have a music room in my basement where I have some instruments and things, and again, I have a bright orange wall just because that color I love. It goes with some of the guitars. It's great,
and
but it's
socks.
Very much my socks, yeah. But it's very much my color, and we have talked in the past that if we ever have to sell this house, we need to paint this room because it's the one that's just kind of out there, and it's very personal to me, but it might turn somebody else off.
Totally.
And then last, since we're talking about staging, I mean, the fifth, a really important one, is doing professional staging. And I don't want to jump quite to professional staging. There's a lot of stuff that you can do on your own with the help of Andrea or with the help of one of our consultants that comes out. But I'll let her kind of talk about a few of the basics on here.
Yeah, so I'd say if you're on a budget, the most important things that you can do is buy a few new throw pillows to throw on your couch, your master bedroom, possibly a new comforter. White would be preferred, or a lighter color that it's not busy. That will keep your right. So candles, succulent, just a few little things to kind of spice it up a little bit and make it more simple.
Yep. And the last part of this is going to be obviously professional staging. There are a lot of times where it makes a lot of sense if you've got a vacant property, or if you have a home that has some very, very unique furniture that we're having, a hard time working with, or perhaps you're just kind of halfway furnished and you don't quite have everything in the property, it can really be beneficial to go ahead and bring in a professional staging company that has the inventory of the new, modern, really nice furniture. They can come in and give us a nice rug and a nice sofa and tables and lighting and pieces for the wall, etc., to really kind of turn that whole place into a picturesque kind of representation of what we want it to be. So do you have anything to add on the professional staging end?
Well, I think too that when they see that nice furniture and modern furniture, that's what they're looking at. They're not looking necessarily at the hole in the wall or the broken switch plate, and so it kind of distracts buyers, or I would say.
Yeah, it definitely can in a way. We don't want to have you not go do those little repairs or anything like that. They're still very important, but I think you do bring up a good point that it does really bring up when people want to make their house a home. I think that staging really helps kind of show paint the picture of how this can become a home for them.
And a lot of times buyers will come in and say, I love the home, can I buy the furniture too? So it really does
absolutely
work.
And you'd be surprised, a lot of times you hear professional staging and just the dollar sign goes up in your mind, and you'd be surprised. There is some pretty inexpensive ways to get it done. We've seen staging as low as just a couple $100, all the way up to, obviously, yes, you can spend a couple $1,000s if you're going to be staging a whole entire property. But again, that's where it's important to have us come through, our consultants come through and really help you identify, listen, do we need the whole home staged, or would it really be a benefit to us? I guess, for example, we had a property, a 1950s property really recently, full of 1950s character and charm and really nice, but it was vacant. And so people were having a hard time in our feedback, how do we use the kitchen? It's pretty small. How do we use, what about this? What about this? And so we decided the best thing would be to stage the kitchen, the living room, a master bedroom, and a bathroom. And the kitchen was the one that really, really helped us. And what I'll try to do is after this video here, we'll go ahead and put a couple examples of that property and a few others over there, just so that you guys can kind of see what the staging has done. It really transforms and helps you understand how you can utilize the space.
Totally. And especially on that home that you were just talking about, that kitchen, I can't tell you how many people before we staged it were turned off.
That seems like what they were stuck on.
No dining room, no place to eat. And once we put a little table in there with 4 chairs, it totally took that comment off the table.
Yep, absolutely. A lot of times too in those older homes, you've got, you don't have the specified master that has a walk-in closet or anything like that. So it kind of will help differentiate. People go, I just don't know what room to use for this. Well, if we stage a master, then it's really clear in people's minds which one they could use as a master. It gives them some good ideas. So we did want to try to keep this under a set amount of time. We know that your time is valuable, and you don't just want to sit here and watch us the whole time either. And so we will go ahead and wrap this one up. And thank you very much for watching. Like I said, we will go ahead and put a few examples of some staged properties versus unstaged properties immediately following this. And we hope that you guys all have a great day. Thanks again for watching.
Yep, have a great day.